Hi, and welcome to the course Easy Index Scanning Workflow. Let's get started with the question. How do photo projects usually start? Well, this photo here might look familiar to you because photo projects usually start in chaos. And what is it we're looking for with these projects? We're looking for a chronologically sorted archive where the physical and digital assets are in sync and everything is beautifully labeled. So how do we do that? Well, the same way every time, believe it or not. We use a consistent workflow that we're going to teach you.
Now, if you've ever tried to sort thousands of printed photos, all on a dining room table, you might be able to appreciate how difficult this can be. You have dozens, if not hundreds of piles of photos, temporary labels, and even temporary boxes to keep things in order. And you are constantly shuffling to make space for new stacks, all while memorizing the layout and trying to play a giant game of memory match. For example, you come across a photo that you just know you've seen before. The kids are wearing the same outfits and they're all smiling in front of the same landmark, but you don't remember what trip that was, what year it was, or where it belongs. You might spend a long time hunting for that matching batch of photos on the table, or in a temporary box, and driving yourself crazy when you can't find it, which wastes a lot of time and mental energy. Now, imagine being able to just put that photo in a box with a batch number and a best guess for the label and moving on to the next group of photos. Our workflow will save you all that time and energy and give you the confidence that you will find the matching set once they are all scanned, and that you'll be able to match the prints and scans back together again in the final product.
You might be wondering who this course is for. Well, it's for anybody involved in scanning photos, including prints, slides, and negatives, or digitizing video. That includes professional photo organizers who do their own scanning, professional photo organizers who outsource their scanning, and anybody organizing their own photos who wants an efficient scanning workflow. Let's talk for a minute about what you can expect to get from this course. We want to be clear that this isn't about image resolution, file formats, or scanning software. This course does cover in detail what some of you have come to know as the Woolsey Method. What's interesting is that Adam and I independently have been using the same system for years, so we decided to team up and teach it to others. So regardless of what scanner you use, file format you prefer, or resolution you scan at, here's what you're going to learn in this course. First of all, you will get the most efficient scanning workflow that will save you a ton of time. You'll also learn ways to save money on the scanning and organizational phases of your project. You'll get a professional end result that is beautifully labeled and will wow your family or clients every time. You'll get clear next steps after you scan your photos, a consistent way to handle large collections of physical photos, and one of the most important, I think, is the confidence to tackle large collections over and over again with a repeatable process. The workflow will also be one that works with any format and any scanner type. So it doesn't matter if you have prints, negatives, slides, even video, or some combination of all of the above, or whether you're working on a flatbed scanner, a high-speed scanner, or using camera scanning, or even outsourcing your scanning. This workflow will still work for you. The process will also work for dealing with collections received in batches over a long period of time. You'll get a workflow that requires minimal time with the client, which is more cost-effective and less frustrating for them, and it's easier for the organizer. And finally, you'll learn the ability to match back digital and physical assets in the future, and we'll explain that in detail later. Now, for those of you that may already be familiar with the Woolsey Method, which I introduced to the photo organizing community a few years ago, I just want to mention here that there will be some minor differences in the process. I don't want you to worry about those right now. Adam and I have actually worked really hard to keep the workflow the same while making some improvements and simplifying some of the more difficult pieces of this and hopefully making it easier to teach and understand. My name is Laura Woolsey. After 15 years as a web developer, I had a career crisis and discovered the world of professional organizing. It didn't take me long in that industry to discover how much of a pain point photos were for most of my clients. I gradually began building my skills and business as a photo organizer before there even was such a thing. My first scanner was an Epson flatbed with an auto feed tray, which scanned about 1 photo per minute. I thought I was so cool and efficient, and clients were wowed at the speed with which I could scan a shoebox full of photos. Ever since those early days, I've worked hard to be as efficient as possible, not just with my equipment, but with my organization workflow. It's coincidental that Adam and I have been using almost exactly the same self-invented method for many years now, but we can easily attribute that to our shared desire for efficiency and to make easy work of something that can seem so overwhelming to our clients.
And my name is Adam Pratt. Many years ago, when I was still in college, my first real job was as a scanner operator working the night shift at a publishing company. Over the years, I've worked with flatbed scanners, drum scanners, slide scanners, high-speed document scanners, and camera scanning. Even now, scanning is the most profitable part of my business, and we want to share the scanning workflow we've refined over the last 25 years so you can scan efficiently and organize your photos faster than ever. Let's get started.